All right, these pro-Palestinian protesters are clashing with police on the campus of UNC Chapel Hill. We know at least one demonstrator was arrested when officers broke up an on-campus encampment. The campus has ordered the protesters at the encampment to either disperse or they face arrest, suspension, or expulsion. For more on this, I want to bring in Dina Harley with our News Nation affiliate in North Carolina. She is there live at UNC Chapel Hill. What's the situation look like right now, Dina?
Yeah, good morning, Marnie. It's a much different scene right now. It's really quiet on campus right now, really calm. It was a completely different story earlier this morning, though. I want you to take a look back here. This is kind of what's left of what we're seeing here on campus right now. Some signs left behind from organizers and protesters. All of these signs earlier today in that encampment that was eventually broken down this morning. I'm going to walk you over here, and this is kind of what we're seeing left on campus right now. You can see a lot of law enforcement still left here. They put up those barricades that you can see there kind of in the distance because that's where a lot of the protesters and organizers had their tents set up. All of this happening sometime around 6 o'clock this morning. The university released a statement around 5:45 saying those protesters had to leave the area by 6 o'clock or they did face that arrest. University within the last hour or so releasing another statement saying that nearly 30 people were arrested during this whole entire process this morning. I actually heard from one of those protesters earlier today who was detained. She told me that she was in custody for about 30 minutes. She said there were other people in the room with her. She told me that she's facing a trespassing charge right now, but it's unclear still what charges some of the other demonstrators are facing this morning. Now, they told me that they plan to be back here later today. They said they are not going anywhere. They are not leaving. Law enforcement, of course, saying that they'll be here as well because they just want the demonstrations to be over on campus. We're going to be here all day giving you updates on all of that.
And
Live
Dina,
at UNC Chapel Hill, I'm Dina Harley.
Dina, have there been any altercations, violent interactions between police and the protesters or students and staff and the demonstrators?
Yeah, so we definitely saw some clashing between some of the protesters and police earlier today. A lot of that caught on video. We heard from some of the people who were detained that told me that police and law enforcement were using force against them. We also saw police and law enforcement walking around here and putting a lot of those belongings into trash bags and taking them with them. So a lot of the protesters upset about that as well.
Just to be clear, they were arrested for trespassing, failure to disperse. That was the arrest, and that's what led to the arrests?
So the demonstrator that I spoke to, she showed me her document from police, and that was a trespassing charge. I only saw the trespassing charge, but she's just one of about 30 people that were arrested today. I haven't heard from other people about what charges they're facing exactly.
And are you getting any indication as to what time today the demonstrators may regroup and try this again?
Yeah, so they told us right now a few of them are over at the Orange County Jail, which is about 20-ish, 30-ish minutes from here because some of the people who were arrested were being held there. So they're over there right now. They told me they want to come back to campus after that, but you can see that this is what they're coming back to campus. All of it cleared out now and those barricades up right now. They did post on social media earlier today that they were planning some sort of demonstration or organization at noon today. We're going to be here for that. I've reached out to them ahead of time to see what exactly they're planning. We're still trying to figure it out. They said that they're not exactly sure, but of course, we'll be here when they are.
And does it seem like they're mostly students, Dina?
That's the feel. The university did ask us to use the word to refer to them, as protesters or organizers, because we do know that some of the people are not students. The person that I spoke to earlier today that was detained told me that she was actually a student at another university, but wanted to be here because this was the biggest demonstration and she wanted to be a part of that.
Right. And of those who may be students, suspension or expulsion is a consequence they may face, depending on how the investigation plays out. Dina Harley, I appreciate the update. We'll continue to check back in there at UNC as things develop.